Hello, I'm Tanner Aherin with the CattleFax Closing Bell. Today's Closing Bell is sponsored by Zoetis. Don't let bovine respiratory disease catch you by surprise. Avoid some hidden costs by getting on a path to effective BRD treatment so you can focus on a profitable closeout. That's the power of BRD solutions from Zoetis. Learn more at brdsolutions.com. After one of the wettest winter and springs in history, the U.S. Drought Monitor showed very few drought-stricken regions across the beef belt at the start of June. At that same time, the U.S. Pasture and Range Condition Index, which is a weighted average of very poor, fair, good, and excellent condition ratings, was at 74.4, the third highest going back to 1995. As the summer progressed, the National Pasture and Range Condition Index seasonally moved lower to 67.6, but was still the second best on record to start the month of September. This was mostly driven by the ample precipitation across the northern plains, where only a small area in North Dakota and western Montana were labeled as abnormally dry or with moderate drought. The better forage position should allow summer grazing cattle, both yearlings and pairs, to stay out on grass longer. As a result, feeders will likely be marketed at heavier weights than seen in past years. The opposite story has played out this summer in the southern plains and southwest region of the U.S. as drier conditions emerged. A large portion of Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and parts of Oklahoma have been overtaken by abnormally dry to severe drought conditions, and extreme drought has even popped up in a few locations. The South Plains Pasture and Range Condition Index has declined 9 points back to the 5-year average of 65. This would support earlier weaning and higher feed costs into 2020 should this continue. More importantly, winter grazing is common in the southern plains, and if the drought situation does not improve, demand for calves during the fall run could be hindered. When looking at big picture trends, the drier conditions would further support that the cow herd expansion phase is winding down. CattleFax expects the beef herd to grow less than 100,000 head this year and total roughly 31.9 million on January 1, 2020. Now, the drought conditions can be alleviated fairly quickly, so it will be critical to monitor precipitation levels through the fall and winter in the problem areas. Thanks for watching, and remember to visit CattleFax.com to become a member and receive the latest market news and analysis.
The beef business has never been for the faint of heart. The pressures are real. The volatility is extreme. The risks are big, but the opportunities for success are there. So how do you sort through it all to decide which way to go? For more than 50 years, CattleFax has led the way. We're the time-proven leader in research, analysis, and information, equipped with the industry's most powerful database. Our team is impartial, objective. Our vision is global. Our focus is you. We provide a direct line of contact with you, our client, to the CattleFax team with our daily updated website, modernized mobile app, or the traditional phone conversation. CattleFax, the deciding factor. Become a member at CattleFax.com.